Snyder here from IS Beginner. If you're not familiar with IS Beginner, I'm not surprised. We're fairly new, but you found us somehow. So IS Beginner is a new project I am working on. The idea being that it will become the ultimate destination on the web for new Infusionsoft users. We're going to feature some of the best training that you can find for a new user. I'm the creator of a learning system called Learn Infusionsoft Fast. But in addition to that, we're going to put together all kinds of helpful free materials and resources that you can find on our website. And the reason I'm doing this video, this is, to say the least, an informal, not a glamour shot. So I'm filming in my barn on my farm outside of Aiken, South Carolina, where the gnats are driving me crazy. And just finished mucking stalls and had a free minute, and I wanted to answer a question that came up on a Facebook group. Someone was asking on behalf of their client, who is a new Infusionsoft user, for some materials to read or watch that would give them some ideas of different things that they could do with Infusionsoft. So I have 11 ideas for you. There's lots more, but these are pretty simple stuff and really geared to the brand new Infusionsoft user. So here's the first thing. First thing is learn Infusionsoft. And of course this is totally self-serving, but that's where I created Learn Infusionsoft Fast and Infusionsoft, or IS Beginner rather. So that's one thing. Now, number two is, the very first thing I would do as a new Infusionsoft user is I would put an opt-in form on my website. Okay? Use an Infusionsoft web form in the campaign builder. Do it yourself, find someone to do it for you. Start building your email list from day one, because your email list is, as they say, king. That it's all about building the list, and if you don't have that done, that is the first thing that I would do. The second thing that I would do is I would put together a long-term nurture sequence. So if somebody fills out one of your forms that is embedded on your website and now puts them on your email list, make sure that there is a sequence that is dripping content to them to keep them engaged with you until hopefully they buy your service. That is called a long-term nurture sequence. Now you're going to get more sophisticated as you go along. You're going to start to build out your funnel and your process from the point they come on your radar, but this is just what can you do to get started fast, okay? And so the long-term nurture sequence that is at least keeping all those new people engaged with you is a really good place to start. The next thing that I would do is if you have a newsletter that you're sending out already via some other email service, make sure you get that set up on Infusionsoft. If you don't, get someone to set that newsletter up for you. Again, this is about constant communication from you to your audience, whomever that might be, so that you can keep them engaged and hopefully buying from you and increasing the size of your business. So a newsletter is a great place to start. Next thing is, if you are a blogger, you have a blog, or even if you just have a company blog, something that you can do that we're playing with right now is automatically have every new blog post that is published to your blog automatically sent to people on your Infusionsoft email list. There are two different third-party apps available in the marketplace. One is called Feedbolt, and the other is RSS to email, I believe. And either of those will do that job for you. That's a cool little twist if you are regularly publishing content on your company blog or your personal blog. Another thing is putting together just easy, right? Low-hanging fruit we're talking here. Birthday campaign. Sorry, that's my dogs in the background. A birthday campaign. So start to, if you don't already, collect the birthdays of your clients. Even if it's just your best clients, there is a pre-made campaign in the marketplace that you can download. It is free, which will automatically send a note via Infusionsoft to whomever, anyone in that campaign, on their birthday or the day before their birthday, or however you set it up. But again, very easy to do, low-hanging fruit, and the nice thing about that is it starts to get you comfortable with and familiarized with and working in Campaign Builder as quickly as possible. So definitely would encourage you to try that. One of my favorites, this is a little bit more complex depending on what you want to do with it, but and it's not really, if you want it to be effective, it's probably not something that you can just use the one in the marketplace. But anyway, a hiring campaign, this is the reason I bring it up is because most people think sales and marketing and automating sales and marketing, and they don't really think about all the back office processes that are redundant and take tons of man hours and time that's really non-productive. Hiring for a lot of people is one of those processes. You can, as we have, automate 90% of the human element of a hiring process, to the point that you're really only talking to those candidates who have made it all the way through and are really worth talking to. So a hiring campaign is just another idea that I give you, is a little bit more of a stretch idea and to get you thinking about back office type projects. Another thing that you can do, just again, one of those little time sucks that most of us forget about, if you do a lot of appointments, then you really need to look at having those appointment scheduling automatically, so that you're not having to do the whole back and forth thing of, does Tuesday work for you? No, Tuesday doesn't work for me. How about 4:30 on Friday? Studies show that something like, I forget, 4 or 6 hours, I forget. It's a lot of just ridiculous hours that we waste setting up appointments, and that can be done through Infusionsoft automatically. If you schedule an appointment with me, you get there's a link to, I happen to use a third-party add-on that's integrated with Infusionsoft called Schedule Once. That is my go-to favorite for that. There's a link. The link is completely and totally integrated with my calendar, as well as in my Google Calendar, as well as Infusionsoft. I have certain times set up when I will take, appointments. If I'm busy, then it shows that, and will only schedule appointments when I have time. And then the person who needs to schedule with me can do that. It handles all the reminders, everything. I don't have to do anything. The appointment shows up on my calendar, and we are good to go. And that saves me hours and hours and hours every week. And so I would highly recommend that as an idea if you schedule very many appointments. Next thing you should do, set up your dashboard. This is one of those things that I did not do early on. I just ignored it. But here's the thing. What we know is that what gets measured gets managed. Just as a little aside, I've been working with a business coach here lately, and one of the exercises that he has us doing is we track our time every single day. I use an app called Rescue Time to do that. But anyway, what he does is he says, this is kind of part of a bigger program, but you put your every minute of your day, your work day, into 4 buckets. Was that time worth $10 an hour to your company, $100 an hour, $1,000 an hour, or $10,000 an hour? And then the idea being, if you have a goal, let's say, that you want to make $1 million a year, that's $5,000 a day. So in theory, if you believe that you are what you ate 90 days ago, kind of thing, so in that where you are today is the product of what you did 90 days ago. If I am doing $5,000 worth of work in a day, then in theory I should 90 days from now, or thereabouts, be producing $5,000 worth of revenue, right? That's kind of the idea. But the point I bring up to you there is that suddenly when he has me tracking that time, and I realize that the 2 hours I blew on email or Facebook or fiddling with some graphic, right, which is $10 time, versus doing something really meaningful that could result in thousands of dollars of revenue to the company. When you suddenly track that, man, do you get productive. And that is the idea of the dashboard. Put those numbers that drive your company that are in Infusionsoft anyway, right there on the dashboard, so that you see them, you check them, you manage to them, and you will find that you will get a lot more productive as a result. Okay, and then let's see, two more things for you. One is to, hang on here. I got a little wind coming, and there we go. So one is, most people don't know that Infusionsoft can send reports automatically via email. So this is sort of along the lines of the dashboard and reporting. So when you create a saved search or a saved report, you can have it send that to you on a regularly scheduled basis by email. So that is an idea for you. And then my final one is, again, a little bit self-serving, but you can also, we're coming out with a product called SyncSumo here in the next few days, and SyncSumo will automatically sync your Infusionsoft contacts to Facebook custom audiences. And I said earlier that the list is king. Well, it may still be, but coming up as a very close second these days are Facebook pixels are a close second. Who you've got pixeled on Facebook. And so by using SyncSumo, you can take your Infusionsoft contacts, how you've got them tagged and sorted and segmented, and use that to create Facebook custom audiences that are being constantly updated throughout the day as people interact with you. So that is, I don't know, something like 11 or 12 ideas for you about how you can get started with some fairly easy projects that are low-hanging fruit and should hopefully wring some money out of Infusionsoft for you. I hope that was helpful, and forgive the informalness of the video, but if I just decided if I was ever going to get these videos done, that this was going to have to be the way they got done. So thanks for sticking with me. If I can ever help you with anything, my email address is kim@kimsnyder.com. My last name is spelled S-N-I-D-E-R, and I hope you'll visit us often at ISBeginner, which is isbeginner.com. Thanks, everyone.